I want to talk a little bit about this shade sail that I put on here to put a little bit of shade on the ski boat. Works out really well, and I didn't really want to have a bunch of bows and stuff sticking up, although I do have a monster tower attached to this boat, MTE version. Great product, by the way. Super thing. So here's the storage, and it's a little bit dark probably, but the whole 5x10 unit folds up into a Ziploc bag for storage. Pull it out of there, and that's the shade cover. I'm gonna assemble it, take some video of that with it attached, and then explain to you how this whole mechanism works. This is the guy I showed you before. It's a little T that I built, 3/4 inch steel. Here's the mount. You can see that I fiberglassed it in the bottom, but I used aluminum foil to keep the steel from being fiberglassed in a permanent fashion. So it does flex a little bit, but it runs up against the hull in the front, and in the back it's supported, back here is supported by this fiberglass. You could always grind this fiberglass out, no problem. But the idea was that I didn't want to have a bunch of bows and all that stuff, and I didn't want to know that you had a cover and all that. This one hides perfectly. Wouldn't even know I had it. Several people asked us about that yesterday at the lake, first time I used it, so thought I'd do a quick video on it. But here's the T for the shade sail that I put on the boat. Works really well. Simply, this is a 1/4 inch steel plate, drilled, refinished with some paint, and a couple of bolts wing nutted on so that these sides can rotate out in the collapsed position like this. Slides right into the ski locker, and you never even know you have it in there. It goes all the way down. This is a 5-foot piece. This is rectangular tubing from Home Depot, I believe. It's 3/4, and works pretty well. These 2 bolts keep the center going, center aligned, rotation points. These anchor it in, and works pretty well. This one's drilled off center. I'm gonna have to fix that, redo it, but that's no big deal. Anyway, it works really well, and we'll show you more about how to mount it. Here's the assembled unit. I'm using bungee cords here on this eye bolt, and these are pipe hangers. They have the welded on nut already, so all I had to do was cut this eye bolt to the right length and use jam nut to size it, put it far enough out, but still be able to lay down in the back here with this foldable tower. So this works out really well. This is a 5x10 piece from customshadesales.com. Super product. I called them, they took my order, and I had it in about 5 days. It was really nice. So anyway, so here's how it works. Got bungee cords holding things together up here. Provides a little relief, shock absorption. And got the mount down here that I made. A T that I welded together. Welded a piece of 1-inch steel in here, rectangular tubing that the 3/4 fits down into, seals up against the hull down here, and this fiberglass piece I put aluminum foil around so that I could get it out when I needed to. So working pretty well. We took it out the other day, had a bunch of people ask about it, and it really works. Drops the temperature about 10 degrees almost instantly, and then you can extend your day out on the lake without cooking everyone. Here's Monster Tower. This is the MTE version, lowest end unit they got, and works out really well. I really like this thing. Well designed. So that's it. If you need to create some shade on your ski boat and you have a tower, then this is probably the way to do it. You could also put a mount of some kind along the back and build a bow or some other version of support in the back. But anyway, thought I'd do a quick shout out for shadesales.com, show you how I did this, and hope you have great boating.